Warrington side, he's going to be one of the potential danger men. As Ewan Smith wrapped up by Watts again. Watts really making his impact felt in the early stages of this match. Hands are going to Crowther, going there to Williams. Williams short onto Josh Thewlis, who comes back on a good line and dots down under the sticks, so opening up the goal defence. And he adds the 2, so Warrington going to a 6-0 lead about 5.5 minutes into the contest.
Just gives Warrington an opportunity, and Jack Miller goes for a short kick-off again.
Another short kick-off. Is this one going to come off for the Vikings? It's tapped back in by Tomlinson again, and once again Gould keeping possession from the kick-off, so really effectively working these short kick-offs is Jack Miller, and again right on the front foot of the Vikings. 20 metres out from the line already, and we're only 2 tackles into the set as Watts acts as first receiver once again. Been really lively so far. Liam Watts makes a few extra efforts, being put on his back by 2 Warrington defenders. Again, quick ball there for Jalen Hodgson to run, and he gets to within 5 of the Warrington line. So Watts will play dummy half and hands it on once again to Medlicott there, who is wrapped up. Last tackle coming for the Vikings here. Miller going to the boot once again. Has options to aim for in the corner. It's Cooper Howlett who gets there and darts down. A fantastic take in the air from the Gould Vikings centre, making error at the other end, but coming up with an absolutely sensational take in the air, and it is Gould about to potentially be level with a kick to come.
Just gets over him and scores a lovely try there. And
yeah, it's a fantastic take in the air. We see the kick again, once again, off the boot of Jack Miller, causing Warrington so many problems so far. And yeah, getting above both Smith and Jake Thewlis there. Try assist for a sensational take in the air from Cooper Howlett, and Miller does add the extras. So it's 6 all 8 minutes in, and we have certainly got a Challenge Cup tie on our hands here. The 34-6 win over Sheffield Eagles here, so he'll be looking to really make an impression on his first season at Warrington, as they ship the ball to the right again. Hopewati out wide to Lachlan Webster, the debutant. He'd certainly love a try in his first Warrington match, but he's wrapped up just short of the line. But still Warrington with tackles in the bag. Ships gone wide. Crowther again. Williams space to his left-hand side. Ships out wide to Jake Thewlis. Jake Thewlis for the corner, and he will score. So Warrington hit back once again. Try giving a spectacular finish from the corner, as we've come to expect from Super League sides this season. And
acrobatic is the one by the looks.
Yeah, so the 2 Thewlises on the score sheet for Warrington so far. George Williams there with the ball over the top, and you know, that's the sort of moments of quality that we've come to expect from this Warrington side, particularly given the start they've made this season. So Ewan Irwin from the sideline, much more difficult kick than the first, but no worries whatsoever for the Warrington Wolves youngster. So Irwin makes it 12 points to 10, 12 minutes in here at the Halliwell-Jones Stadium. So
they're under the pump a little bit here as goal, and it's just getting a little bit quick for him.
Yeah, Warrington's tails up, as you mentioned. Bentley there playing the ball, handing it on quickly. Williams on to Smith, and Smith will slide straight over dummy and Guzdeck. And Josh Smith, signed from the Brisbane Tigers in the off-season, dots down for a third Warrington Wolves try. So 15 minutes in to this Challenge Cup tie, and it is the Wolves now opening up a 14-point lead here.
You give a good side a field position and the opportunity, and they're certainly going to take it at this level.
And Ewan Irwin takes the chance once again off the tee. 3 successful kicks in a row for Walker again, hands it on, as does Harrison, as does Crowther. Ewan Irwin looking to take on the line. Dummies, but not quite able to get through as Walker coming back against the green. Onto Harrison, an interception from Liam Watts. This could be absolutely
run, Forrest, run.
This could be absolutely brilliant. Watts getting Gould up to the 40. The ball comes free, but it is play on, so Gould still in possession.
Massive wrap.
What a turnaround there. Connor Barley bringing the ball away. Yeah, there's no more inspiring play from that, particularly from a prop.
That's just what they needed at the right time there. Watts comes up with an intercept, runs 40 metres, and just puts Gould in a really good position now. And you'll just see the tails lift a little bit, a bit more energy with the carries and stuff like that. And yeah, a big player and needed it at a big time.
Yeah, the Gould Vikings exactly back where they want to be, as hands it on short. Miller to Tomlinson, but the forward pass given, and
a bit more in the middle, and certainly a few big boys there now for Warrington in the middle.
Yeah, Crowther handing it on to Williams out the back again. Josh Thewlis again looking to find some space, wrapping around from fullbacks, really settled in to the position quickly as his brother at dummy half there. Jake onto Williams again, hands it on to James Bentley. So Ghoul's defence holding firm at the moment, but it's on their own line once again as Walker goes short to that's Max Wood, who might have crashed his way up from close range, and a try is given by Tara Jones. So it is, Wood off the bench.
Like I say, I think consistently we're not doing it well enough for longer periods, but when we go set for set with Warrington, we're looking half decent here. And
Killer, but a chance for them to really start moving as Torfa forward, Sipley off the bench as well, making his impact felt and quickly getting the ball on to the try scorer, Max Wood. Still not down, Max Wood. Breaking through another pair of tackles.
A very good Wood since he came on.
Tyler Craig got him by the shirt, but really mixing things up in that middle area of the pitch as Thewis again first receiver for the Wire, who are about 10 out from the Gould Vikings line here as Walk hands it on again to Jordy Crowther, who is getting close and scoring. So Warrington going quickly set for set, and within 6 tackles of that last try for Max Wood, it is Jordy Crowther crashing his way over.
It makes things a lot quicker, obviously all the emphasis on the attacking side, and it does make it tough, especially when you're defending one set and then another set after making errors. And
Holdstock and Jubb fronting up in defence there for the Vikings as Albert Hopewati brings the ball almost up to halfway, and Williams once again quickly on to Wood, once again really breaking through again, has Walker back on his inside, and Danny Walker will dart down under the sticks for a 6th Warrington try in this match. So you just mentioned there, Brett, so solid in defence in the first half of that set goal, but once again that man Max Wood causing the Vikings all sorts of problems, and from right in front Ewan Irwin will make it 6 from 6 as casually as you like. Looking to ship it wide, Warrington, knowing the half-time clock on their side as Williams dances between two. Plenty of players in support. One of them is Josh Smith, and Smith will race in for a 7th Warrington try. Pressure all the way from Connor Barley, but it is grounded by the Warrington Wolves centre. And right as the half-time hooter sounds here at the Halliwell Jones, Warrington's 7th kick of the afternoon, which he nails to make it 42 points to 6 at the break. As James Harrison hands it on to Wood again. Wood so influential, having come off the bench midway through that first half. A try and a try assist for Danny Walker, who is on the ball once again. Hands it on short to James Harrison, who is just about able to get the ball down. Tara Jones giving the try, so Warrington straight out of the traps. 2.5 minutes into this second half, and
he's encouraging the forwards to come forward, and looking smart as a young lad.
So Irwin adds the 2 to bring Warrington to a 48 points to 6 lead here at the Halliwell Jones Stadium. About 4 minutes in, almost taking Warrington up to the halfway line here as Harty goes to the right hand side again. Irwin hands it on. Albert Hopewati, not seen much of him so far, but he breaks straight through that gap there, hands it on to the debutant, who is over for a first try in Warrington colours. Lachlan Webster looked as if he'd been wrapped up by the sliding cover defence from Gould there, but stepping back on the inside.
A bit more resilient and ruthless in what they're doing in defence, and I think that might give them a little bit of opportunity. I think Halliday's coming on here now as well, so he replaces Jalen Hodgson.
Looking to make his presence felt about 15 metres out from Wire's line here, as Miller hands it on again out to Rutland, and a short ball to Savelia, who gets the offload away, as does Rutland there, but still Gould on the front foot. Best attacking spell of the half so far, with Savelia playing dummy half. Rutland handing it on to Craig, who stumbles slightly, and now last tackle coming up as Joe goes to the blind side. A kick in behind. Can Howlett get his second? He does. Cooper Howlett dotting down in the corner. The kick in behind from Callum Rutland, and once again, following those 2 Warrington tries, it is Gould really opening up the Wire defence, and another impressive try from Cooper Howlett, Brett.
Yeah, much better set there from Gould, obviously. Put a nice little shift play, came back to the middle. Callum Rutland sets up on the right hand side on that short side. Lovely little kick in there, and Cooper Howlett gets on the end of it. Just shows what they can do when they get themselves in the right areas, and give themselves a bit of an opportunity.
Yeah, we mentioned in the first half as well, Brett, obviously so many unforced errors from Gould leading to Warrington tries, but Gould this time forcing the error of their own and coming away with points from it.
Yeah, I think it just goes to what we said, on it. Keep hold of the ball, give yourself an opportunity, and things like this come, and it's really hard now to back to back and keep on them defensive sets, and where you get the emphasis on your attack, and especially in the old 20, you give yourself some opportunity.
Yeah, this is going to be
yeah. Hopefully now they have a little bit more energy in the tank to defend these sets. Great tackle there and a great read there coming from I think Callum Rutland coming in.
Yeah, chopping the legs of James Bentley, but Hartill wasting no time whatsoever, going straight from dummy half and crashing his way over, so spotting the space in behind the goal ruck there, and Ben Hartill, so impressive. We've seen already Danny Walker really make an impact in the first half, but Ben Hartill dotting down for his own try there, and just mentioned there, Brett, the energy in defence, but goal just...
although it being early, I think probably they've got a decent little relationship there as Ben Hartill and Irwin from the academy and reserve sort of ranks, and you can just see that playing in fruition now, and they're looking very good at the young halfbacks.
Both tries, already a try scorer in this match. Likewise, this man Max Wood still on after coming on in the first half here. Numbers left and right for Hartill should he wish to use them, and he does. Back to Harrison, who hands it on to Hayes. Hayes looking to go himself and steps straight through, giving the Gould defence a clean pair of heels. Leon Hayes, too quick and too skillful. Williams, but still there's no drop off in quality whatsoever.
Yeah, it does. They've got some very good young players. We're getting some great exposure now and getting some good minutes in them. Got really good players. The halves have been very good.
Irwin's going to be first receiver again, you would imagine. Influence growing on this game as he looks to step his way through and does just that. Ewan Irwin skipping through the defence. We've just seen Hayes do it on the left, and now Irwin makes light work of the Gould defence down this right hand side as Warrington do make it 70 points to 10.
I think Fearless has sat out the back and pushed them around, worked very, very well, and yeah, look, they've got some very good young kids here. And
so we can see again there Watts, at the start of the first half he was first receiver fairly often, but looking to try and get himself involved in the playmaking role again. Hopewati now looking to exploit some space and finding it in behind Howardare. Howardare, can he wrap him up here? Back on the inside to Irwin. Fantastic cover tackle there from Josh. It's Jalen Hodgson, in fact. Guzdeck completing the tackle, but it is Lachlan Webster coming back on the inside, looking for a second try on his Warrington debut. It comes out left to Hayes. Once again, they've got plenty of numbers out on this left-hand side, and it will be Jake Thewlis to dot down in the corner. Set up once again by his brother Josh out.
And young Irwin and Hartill have come on and stepped it up a little bit, if I'm honest. Their enthusiasm, the energy that they bring with them young boys, and the direct plays have been very, very good in that. And yeah, it's just not been able to hold on for goal. I think there's a lot of errors in that, but
a future 6 or 7 for the Wire in the next few years, and tries another kick in behind here. In fact, it's the debutant Webster once again, but he's going to be wrapped up on the deck. Is Josh Guzdeck, and that will bring an end to this Challenge Cup 4th round tie at the Halliwell Jones Stadium. Warrington Wolves coming away with a very comfortable 78 points to 10 victory, but that does not tell the whole story whatsoever. Gould Vikings in just the very start of just their second season in the professional divisions, really giving it all they could and causing Warrington plenty of problems of their own, but just unable to really keep pace with the Super League quality that the Wolves have, from not just 1 to 13 but 1 to 35 in terms of the size of their squad and the sheer quality running all the way through this squad. But a man of the match form from Ewan Irwin leading them to it, Brett. And Gould, despite the sort of manner of the defeat, there's so many positives to take from this match for the Vikings.